Yo, yo. I don't remember why we made a city here, but it's not near to anything else. So I really want to get out here, but I don't know that we have the time. I don't know what I was thinking with that city establishment, because now there's like not really anything else in reach. I guess maybe we can reach those. We could definitely reach that, but that's like the only thing down here. At least out here, there's like 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go here. I talked myself into it. So who do we want to take? I don't like beavers that much in Royal Woodlands, because it's easy enough to get wood with pretty much anyone who you throw into a lumber camp. I don't like lizards in Royal Woodlands, because I don't think they do very much, but it's also the only option that gives us harpies. And then there's just 8 humans if we wanted to farm. 8 humans if we wanted to farm is probably the safest bet we've got. And then we'll grab some newcomers. We'll grab oil. Grab provisions. I kind of like this. It's just like our starting gambit. It's everything a growing boy needs. So let's see how this goes. What mysteries we got? Rotten Rain. Okay, maybe we won't be farming that much. And Cloudburst. Patience is faster for Blightrot Cyst, and people die if we don't give them a service. Okay, so we need to burn Blightrot all the time. And we also need to make coats. And this seems like the kind of map where we're just going to have to deal with Rotten Rain. We'll want to get our food production to a point where we can actually just farm it, rather than trying to avoid it, I think. As far as opening blades go, we've got one here, one there, one down here. Ooh, we know this one has soil. Okay, so I think we want to prioritize that then. Which means I might open these 2 as well. I'm finding increasingly that opening small glades is slightly better with the geyser update, because you have an opportunity to find more geysers. And those wind up being relatively good. So I think that is what I want to go for. Let's set up our woodcutters camps like here and here. And then we'll need harvester's camp for the flax, and we'll need small trapper's camp for the eggs. And we have lizards and harpies as our other 2 races. Well, at least we can do this. And at least we can do lizards in this. But I think I would rather have had, well, let's do priorities. I think I would rather have had beavers instead of lizards, but you live and you learn. Oh, and what's our good mystery? Let's read a drizzle water production. Gain additional drizzle water every yield? So, that's only from a geyser. Like, you can't gather, farm, or produce drizzle water. You can only produce drizzle water. You can't gather it or farm it. But it does mean that we can go kind of hard on ye old drizzle water. Get some humans in here. Get even more humans in here. And then we're going to be out of wood for the small trapper's camp, but that's okay. Let's start seeing what's in these small glades. First cornerstone pick. Hey, you just kind of have to go with the Secret Cookbook, I think, don't you? It's too good not to. We've covered this many times before on this channel. Bet Sahilda's secret cookbook is straight up busted. And then here, just have one lizard for now. We'll have one harpy be our idol builder. Now I want to wait. Well, no, I don't, because what if it's an order about opening glades? Fulfill need for clothing 8 times. To get 5 coats per minute. We would love to have that. So here's the question I have. Can we make coats with any of our current picks? We're going to do things a little backwards here. Brick oven looks really interesting for pie. But furnace is a more flexible source of pie. But we know that there's no mines on Royal Woodlands. So you basically like never make copper bars. So you have furnace, which makes bricks and pie, or you have brick oven, which makes pie, coal, and incense. I think I'd rather have brick oven. It also has a nice little minor synergy with drizzle water. Advanced rain. Oh, that's right, there was a new update. Okay, can collect infused rainwater used for crafting and powering rain engines in production buildings. The type of collected rainwater depends on the season. That's neat. I like that. We also have smokehouse for jerky, but I don't know exactly how much meat we're going to see. We have cooperage, which lets us do training gear for lizards and harpies, and cosmetics for just harpies. As well as barrels, if that's the kind of thing that matters. Or we have a press for 3-star oil. I don't love press here. In fact, I almost want to reroll here to try and find something that has coats. Like, we could wait for one more, but I don't really like any of these buildings right now. So show me something different. I guess Provisioner's probably fine. Gives us a good source of packs for provisions. And now here we need coats. Okay, we have not seen coats. That's very unfortunate. But we can take small farm at least. We have the flour pipeline set up. We'll just need to figure out what the other half of pies are. But we really need to be working towards pies, so anything we can scrounge together for that I think is going to work. So we have no way to make coats, is the moral of the story. Instead, we could get 25% faster planting crops, because we know we're going to want to do that. Or we could discover 2 glades and rebuild a building to get some tools and plus clay and stone. Alright, give me the harvest. We can use grain for that, I'm sure. Build 5 shelters to get a bathhouse, and +1 to export specialization in 3 minutes. We need 50 wood to do that. We have 38. I think that's doable. I think we could do that. Houses are 10, right? Yeah, they're 10 wood. We can do that for sure. So now we're going to need to reorganize a couple things. Like, none of you need to work anymore. And instead we're just going to do something like that. And all of these are like the most important thing you've ever done in your life. Let's get those up. It's basically just a free service building, and a pretty good service building at that. So I would love to take that, given the opportunity. So I wonder, with this update change, if I build a rain collector, like, is Spark 2 even a resource anymore? It's a stormwater geyser. Okay, noted. Duly noted. Got extra veggies in there, we have roots in there. I don't believe any of that can be made into pies, but I'm not positive. At least houses are coming along. We will have this no problem. Let's finish this last house up so we can turn this order in. And, well, no, we haven't even come close to losing to impatience in a very long time, so I'm just going to turn it in. Deliver. Now, before we do this last order, I want to take a minute to, like, get our economy set up. We have to take Smithy here for the coats, and it uses stormwater. It's everything we want. You're going to come all the way out here. We are going to begin to establish an economy. And the way we're going to do that is not Provisioner. Provisioner's not going to do it. This is Prestige 1. We're mostly playing on Prestige 1 just because it's more fun than playing on Viceroy until we finish the Citadel upgrades and start doing the full Prestige grind. So, we haven't gotten anything that produces anything in terms of construction materials, which means I think we're actually going to have to go for a work post here, just to get some of the basics out. So we'll get you set up, you're going to go to 10, 10, 10. Don't make pipes for now. Fabric's fine. Wood's fine. We don't have a source of stone, though, which is a little bit scary. Let's take a peek in that second glade. And then I'd also like to find just one person to come work in here. Also, don't use oil. I may need that for glade events later. We could also set up a forager's camp out here. How about you come here, now that I think about it, and then you can come out here. And then the next time we get humans, we'll dump a bunch of humans into that forager's camp. You also can come over here, because I'd like to be able to set up a Provisioner should probably go closer to the warehouse. So you can come here, Provisioner can go here. So we'll have the boards for it, and I would like to spend fabric on that first, because if we can get trade rolling and we can set up a trading post, then we're kind of good on everything else. Oh, you can't even reach the trees I wanted you to cut down over there. Here, how about you come out to like that? And we have no spare humans for this yet, but by next storm we will. By the end of next storm we will. Anyway. And then we can hit here, here, and well, probably like here as well. So we'll be able to reach quite a few dangerous glades from this spot. We just had to hack our way through some small ones first. If we could find farmland in here, that would be nice, but I don't think it's essential currently. Oh, wait, that changes things. What you got for me? One more lizard, one more harpy? I will take it. You are not as important as you think you are. Because then we can have someone else working there, and then we can have 2 humans in here. Then we've also got a little bit of meat. We've got some sea marrow, so we're going to want to get a stone cutter's camp out there. I'd really like them to come through like this way, though. Well, in the meantime. Over here for flour, you're going to use grain for that eventually. You're going to go to 50. Barrels, don't worry about right now. Provisions. don't worry about right now. We started with like 30 from the embark bonus. We'll be okay. And then do we have anything that uses stormwater yet? How important is that geyser? It's not important for you. I really don't want to, like, spend stormwater on a crude workstation. It can't be used in a brick oven. So I think it's just for the smithy, really. And where do you want to go? Maybe like here would be good. Yeah, there's fine. What exactly are you waiting for? You're waiting for a board. Why are you not making boards? You are making boards, you just haven't hauled them over yet. Okay. And then these humans are now idle. Stick them in here. Got a couple spare harpies to put in the harvester's camp. Technically we have a second lizard, but I would rather have a builder. And let's see, Hostility 1 is going to push us to -2 in Storm. We'd have to lose 4 woodcutters to get to 0. I'm willing to lose 4 woodcutters over Storm. We have 200 wood already. If we lose all of our woodcutters? Okay, fine. I'll do it. Because then you can come in here. And we can just have you work in other gathering camps during Storm. We can put a second person in here. And that should be okay. Should also start getting this hub upgraded. Got plenty of wood to do it. Got plenty of spare builders to do it. This is priority though, please. Yeah, so far everything's kind of clicking along. Although we're really hemmed in by a lot of these trees. I would like to cut these down just so I've got a bit more space to move around in here. And then the next couple blueprints, I think, really need to go towards stuff that is either bricks, fabric, or lumber related, planks related, is the, the third type of thing that you build with. Otherwise, I think we're going to have some issues getting through the mid-game if we can't really crank some of that stuff out, especially planks. Because we're kind of dependent on planks for tools, to do tools efficiently. Then we should also get a trading post up. There's a lot to do still. Protected trade is really going to incentivize me to get a trading post up soon. Workers' rations I like, but we can't really afford to take it yet. Crowded houses, just kind of whatever. Lumber tax is just whatever, but protected trade is great. So we'll do that. I will take 2 more humans and a lizard. I will have people start working in woodcutters' camps again. And then this season we can probably open this dangerous glade. So why don't you cut your way in here? And I'd like you to come work on that, and then I would like you to start working on a shortcut through here and just kind of get some of this tree foliage out of the way. And we know that there's fertile soil in here, so we'll be able to start farming on that spot. Let's also get our brick oven up in preparation. So, like, the first 2 times we hit living matter are going to be a little scary. But once we really activate Sahilda's Secret Cookbook with the 3-star pie recipes, I think we'll be off to the races. So you can use berries, eggs, and insects in that. You're going to go to 200 of those. I basically don't want you to stop making them, but let's set 200 as something more reasonable. Coal, just go to like 20. And incense, don't worry about for right now. It's not that important. Simple tools, you can use some of the copper bars we have already. I want you to go to like 20 on those. Coats, go to like 50. Trade goods, don't worry about them yet. This is engineering or warmth, so lizards wouldn't mind being in there. Where can I borrow a human from? You're like not that important. So I can put you in there so we still have one free builder. I probably also don't need both of you in there. And now that we like kind of have an economy, let's look at this third order. Harpy resolve above 15. I don't think this perk is ever going to matter. Not on this map. And the rest of the stuff would be like nice, but it's not amazing. On the other hand, getting 2 harpies and more pies and parts seems very good. These parts are worth a lot of money. And then what else we got? Build 6 human houses to get 5 fiber per minute. So that's 10 brick and 10 plank? No, it's 10 brick and 20 plank. There's no way. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do that timed order. What are the other options we have? A +2 to coats production, 2 humans with every group of newcomers. Yeah, it seems good enough. It's a little ways off, but... And then here, upgrade you to neighborhood in 6 minutes? I think that's doable. Let's double check. Oh yeah, it's super doable. 4 more comfort decorations, 4 aesthetics decorations. I just need you to prioritize planks over any of this other junk. So give me planks at 1, just to really make sure we get those out. And is that better than these other 2? It's better than +2 to jerky production and 2 villagers, for sure. And it's definitely better than that. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to find a spot for 4 aesthetics decorations. Well, I think we can just put them right back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll make sure these are a slight priority. And then we also need 4 more comfort decorations. And those could probably just go back here. We'll just do a big pipe with a valve on it, so you can turn the water off. And that should be neighborhood taken care of. We've got like 5.5 minutes to make 4 planks. I think it can be done. I believe. So let's open this, solve the event, get farming going. And then from there we'll continue to develop. This will also get us another blueprint pick, which hopefully is something that can pump out planks a little bit faster. You're also about to be done with this this flax. You only have 5 charges left, and you don't have anything else to do after that, so you're going to be 2 idle workers that can go find something else to do. Like provisioner, perhaps? Or maybe just, you know, builders or glade event workers. You've got many options available to you soon. And just in case... Oh, you're hiding 11 blanks in here! You can't hoard that. We need those. I was going to say, just in case I'm going to turn off tools production in case to try and grab planks, but clearly they were way ahead of me. 30 planks is difficult to turn down, but I think I'd rather send to the Citadel. I think I just kind of want to get these first couple of blueprints rolling in. And this should be easy enough to solve through Storm. we can use sea marrow for this. It's easy enough to find. And we've got some big copper rocks back here, some clay rocks back there. So go and investigate this. We're going to need to keep a few idle workers around for that because the totems are going to be popping up, but I don't think that's going to be a substantial issue. Especially because I can cut one of you. And I could cut one of you if I was desperate. So you get out of there. We also need to make some space on this farmland. You are a cooperage. I get 30 berries and 10 packs of provisions. I think I'd rather rebuild that. You guys are just about done. This is good news. Because I'd really like to just turn that in. You still need to build this pipe. Oh, you can't reach this pipe. Hang on, that is about to be a problem. That pipe spot's not even reachable. Cut those trees down. Fishman totem. Investigate that. And then one of you needs to come out of here just because I'm going to need the free labor floating around. No, they can reach it. I don't know. They took their sweet time in trying to get that pipe up, I guess. Alright, so there's neighborhood done. Go ahead and deliver that. Give me a blueprint choice. I don't really like any of these. I think Butcher's probably the most interesting option that we have. How easy is it to do skewers right now? We could do mushrooms and insects for it, and we know we're going to have vegetables because we took the small farm, and we've got like vegetable plots that we can harvest from. And we like jerky, and we can use grain for oil. We already have 2-star simple tools, so I'm not really that interested in tool shop, and the grill is basically just skewers right now. So, yeah, I'll do a butcher. It's a bit of a long walk, but I think you can go in over there. So, next steps. Getting this farmland clear, big one. Getting this glade event clear, big one. After that, setting up the farm and beginning pies production so we can take advantage of Zelda's Secret Cookbook and also build a trading post, I would say. In fact, I actually think we could just do trading post now. Kind of want to stick it like right there. So your job is done. You can come back over here, get rid of these trees so I can put a trading post in. And then that's going to run back like that. This will also eventually be a shortcut down to the farmland. We'll want to probably get a hearth in here as well, just to cut down on travel time, but it's going to mean opening this cache, and we don't quite have the tools to do that yet. But this is a lot of stuff in that cache, so I think that one we're probably going to open and keep. How are you doing on tools? You can actually still make a lot of tools. We might be able to open that, you know. Like, without doing anything else on our end. Totem appeared nearby. Yeah, just get a human on it. It's fine. We are going to be carrying a totem into Storm. But we can get underneath Cloudburst. So we have 120 hostility from... We have 96 hostility from woodcutters right now. As long as we dodge that, we'll be fine. Like, Rotten Rain's not going to matter, and Looming Darkness is just minus resolve. Someone might leave. Oh no. Speaking of, let me pop those out. Can't tell if you need to go as well, but just in case. Just in case, we'll get rid of some of those. One more totem. You guys still have a minute and a half left in there? Alright, we're going to be dealing with totems a little bit through Storm then. It's okay though, I'm not crying about it or whatever. We cannot afford to run woodcutters through Storm. They all need to go, but that's okay, we have other things for them to do. You can get in there and finish that resource deposit. You have nothing you can do in here. But we can put a second person in here to make planks, we can put a second person in here to make tools. We can put a second person back in here to get veggies. Oh, that was our last idle builder. Thought I had one more. Guess not. The resolve is looking pretty bad this season, I'm not gonna lie. We'll probably end up losing 2 people, but it's recoverable. You guys are idle now. You could come over here. No, you can't. We don't have lumber. I think it's all getting eaten by the smithy still. We do have trading now, though, at least. And we have some packs of provisions that we started with. We're good enough on food that I can afford that. So let's get that system going, because we really just want to stack up protected trade as high as it'll go at this point. That's our win con for this game. Anything else, we'll just figure it out. Can I put a second person in here? I can. You're good. You're good. Okay. Glade event is done. We just need these totems to go away. We are going to lose a harpy. It's survivable. It's unfortunate, but survivable. Well, which one is it? Was it one of the harpies working the Glade event? Because there's only 3. Okay, there we go. It finally left. That was a little weird. Anyway, you can help carry stuff back. You are out of things to do. That's fine. Okay. Give me perks. Trade routes are faster by 40%. I like a lot, given that we've got this heavy trade synergy going on. I think it's definitely better than export specialization. I also think it's better than spices. We have Zorg here. What do you have for us today, Zorg? 25% faster crop planting, pottery production, ale production, plant fiber production. I don't love a lot of that, I'll be honest with you. But I still probably will buy some. You can have like 10 parts. I don't think I'm going to need a lot of parts where I'm going. Something like that. And then sure as long as it's there, and sure as long as it's there. Because if we need to, we could put berries into pies. Is what I'm thinking. And then give me new people. You come with 24 meat. We could turn that into jerky, you know. And it's 2 humans to farm. So you come in here, use jerky for skewers for sure. Use meat or insects for jerky. Use coal. I don't think you're really ever going to need to make jerky once this economy engine turns on, because we're going to have thousands of it, but make 30 to start, and then don't worry about oil right now either. And I really just want to load these up with people. We're up to 14 simple tools. Are you holding any more in here? 16, 18, and we have 2 copper bars. We need 1 more copper bar to get that tool. Zorg does have tools. Can I buy one tool from you? It's all I'm gonna need. Hey, you can have, like, some resin. Okay, so now if that finishes, and we deliver that, we'll have enough tools to open this cache, and this cache is going to give us another bunch of tools. So that's nice. This is also... Ooh, it'll be really good there. Yeah, that's where I want it to go eventually. You know, I think we don't really need to wait on this. Make flour out of anything you can find. And let's just start getting, like, some pies going. We don't just have to wait for that farm to come up. We can do it now. And then you're going to start doing jerky. That'll hopefully help some of these resolve issues that we're having. But the economic engine is about to turn on. We are about to deploy the full might of our production capacity. Can trade roots. Can trade fabric. Or fibers. I'll crack another glade just to see what's in here. I want to get this whole chunk of land out so we've got a little bit of easy walkability for this farm. So with planting as fast as it is, I might actually just, like, you know, try and run that rather than build an entirely new hearth. Because we're still struggling a little bit in terms of our workforce. We need more people. And then you can also get in here. Hostility's kind of free right now. You can get in here. Another survivor encampment. Very interesting. I guess? Can't really think of a good reason not to. We're also out of coal currently, but I think that's just because you're busy... No, not you. I think that's just because you're busy being only one person working in a brick oven. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be why. Alright, these farms are ready to go, but we're not going to have time to plant them yet this season. So you're going to go in here. We're going to clear out a little bit of space. I actually think I want to rotate this. Yeah. That's the stuff. So you're going to come through like that, down like that. Trapper's camp is done. You've got more to do still, don't worry. So like halfway through Storm, we build farm fields. And you are only going to make grain. I do not care about vegetables. Maybe later we can grow some in case we need them for all that, but for right now, I'm not that worried about it. 2 runes, have 12 provisions. I love this perk, so I will absolutely take that. And then have 40 incense and have a monastery to get 30 incense back, or traders arrive 25% quicker and get a ton of refined food for spending 40 amber and building a market. I'd rather have that. I don't think we know how to make a market, but that's a really good option. Yeah, this is one step above Viceroy. And it's mostly because we played our first couple games on Viceroy, and I was finding that the games felt like they were ending really quickly. So we're just playing on Prestige 1 to get the extra 4 reputation points required to win the game, because I think it's more fun. We're not, like, doing the prestige climb yet or anything like that. How are you doing over here? 21 charges left, 21 charges left. Alright, you're doing fine. You're chilling. And then maybe next drizzle we do this dangerous glade. Have we delivered tools yet? We have. Okay. You get out of there. And then the two of you come over here and just open all that. Have I lost in Prestige 1 yet? I have not lost in Prestige 1 yet. After this game, I'll show you the deed screen. We haven't lost a game yet. Which suggests to me that I should be playing on harder difficulties, but I just want to finish the Citadel before we actually start doing the Prestige grind. I want that sense of completion, that we finished one stage of the game before we move on to the next stage of the game. And then also we could, like, actually build the Forsaken Altar and spend our resources a lot more liberally. I mean, I definitely lost games when I was still learning how the game worked. But now that I've got a decent handle on the mechanics, I don't think it's that much of a problem anymore. 5 minutes on Sother. 8 meat I'll trade for sure. 9 Seamer I'll absolutely trade. For sure, for sure. Are you missing any production here? We could set up like a geyser pump. And we could start pumping the production on here, but I'd rather have a better building that makes fabric first. Because I don't think you're, like, really keeping up. And how are you doing? Oh, you don't even have a road to your front door. Jesus. You're doing okay. Like, not nearly fast enough, but it's also not your fault. This is done. Alright, so I have 2 idle harpies. What could I have 2 idle harpies be doing? Absolutely one of you could go in there. And then is there anywhere I can borrow a lizard from? No, lizards are happy pretty much everywhere they're at. Except this cache. But, like, as soon as you're done with that cache, it'll be okay. Are we comfortable enough that we could start working on species housing? I don't think so. But maybe, because we are getting a lot of clay now. Yeah, you know what? We are. I changed my mind. Get some human houses up. Start getting that extra resolve. And then we're also over 20. We're at 21 people. So after this cache clears, I could build that second hub. I would like to go to 2. I'm going to complete the Citadel for sure. For sure, for sure. That's like my driving goal right now. Can't do any of these? Excuse me? Don't have jerky, that's fair. Don't have pecks of crops, that's fair. I would really like to trade this season, though. Okay, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we salvaged something. Spawn on one farm field every 70 seconds. So I'm pretty sure if we wait until there's less than 70 seconds left in Storm and we start to make our crop fields, that living matter will not spawn. And then we'll have one full season to generate a ton of grain. We'll make a ton of pies, we'll make a ton of jerky, and then living matter won't really matter because it's eating food that we got for free. We'll see if this is actually true. It's time to find out. get on that, idle builders. And then, accordingly, we're going to need people making flour in here. You're not going to need to use either of those anymore. So I think in Drizzle, I'm going to give you the boot from this forager's camp because you're less important than just growing it. Okay, never mind. That theory is gone. That's pretty bad. Okay, you're definitely out of here now. How much food do you have stored in here? Some, but like not enough for my liking. Okay. This could be pretty bad. But you know what? We learned something. And if you learn something, it's never as bad as you think it is. Because knowledge is power. And today we've gained the knowledge that there's an internal timer on Rotten Rain that keeps track of when it should spawn. You don't have food, do you? We're not that lucky. No, you don't. Kinda wish I would have salvaged this thing now. So it had like 30 berries in it. But you live and you learn. You have 12 meat in there. I'm gonna cut you. And then you'll like working in there. You'll like working in here. Lost supplies would be a lot of food, but it's gonna take a while. Cooking steam is kind of interesting. But we don't have a source of drizzle water yet. Work safety guide is unreachable, and crowded houses I still don't think is that good. I almost want to re-roll this. Can I afford to re-roll this when lost supplies is right in front of us for 40 meat in exchange for a really fast glade event? Well, let's see. The first thing to figure out is if you pop a glade, can you solve it? Yeah, because you've got oil. Huh. God, it's like so bad after we get past this initial hump, because we're generating meat, we're absolutely generating grain. I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna play greedy. Oh, well, this is just insane. Yeah, we absolutely take that, because these are glade events. Nice. That works out perfectly. Sother's not going to bring food, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll find a way to make do. And then you're going to bring 30 insects? Okay, here's the play. We wait on that for 2 minutes until this living matter's done. Also, we need people working in there. Where's another human? You, get out of there. We wait, right? Until the living matter's gone, and then we accept that migrant wave, and they come in with 30 insects, and everyone eats insects, and then everyone's happy again. It's easy as. What else could we be doing? Do we have spare lizards? No, we only have one spare builder right now. So we actually kind of like need that migrant wave to come in, but there's other things going on currently. So, what you got? Yep. Would also like that. I have 9 wildfire essence, what the heck? Sure, I don't need, like, nearly as many. Oh, wait. These are worth way less than they used to be worth. Weren't these worth, like, 9 before? Alright, so that got nerfed. We're not going to need wine, because nobody cares about luxury here. Could also sell quite a bit of sea marrow. But I think it's like our primary fuel source right now, so I'm a little hesitant to. I think we could do something like this, and then we can buy this. And we like that. And then we look at this. We see that there is nothing new here. But we do just keep buying new slots. And then what are you going to give us? 30% fast? You do. They're going to plant crops so quickly. This bar is going to be like, zoom. Because there's a second stack of this coming, too, when we finish Rich Harvest. They're just like sprinting through these fields, dropping seeds. 35 seconds. And it's not horrible. Like, people are hungry. Okay, a lot of humans are hungry, but humans are also, like, enjoying life generally. And other people aren't, like, that mad. They're, like, a little mad, but they're not that mad. Okay, living matter's done. Now, 30 insects. And then everyone just goes and eats. We get humans in here. We get lizards in here. Everything is right with the world again. Can also have people get back to chopping wood. Where did my other woodcutter go? Oh, here you are. There you are. And honestly, I want a second person in here so that we can really just turn out pies as soon as this flower shows up. Okay, I know we're not actually harvesting flour yet because we're still in drizzle, but we really got to turn on Sihilda's secret cookbook soon here. It's going to make a lot of different things happen for us. Do we care about this cooperage at all? No, because we actually like don't have any service buildings. So that's also maybe a problem that we should work on. Let's also set up a post, because I'm not really seeing anything come through that has packs, like specifically packs of crops. We can do provisions in here with, well, I guess like anything. But I don't want you to make many. Just go to like 20. We gotta figure out something more permanent for that. Might end up being berries. We might, the second fertile soil that we find might end up being a plantation. Let's also replace that. But now, like, assuming we didn't burn through everything we need to make pies, which they've hoarded some stuff, okay. We need to find another patch of fertile soil, and we need to put a plantation on it. Although I guess we also have, like, roots, which could get us some herbs as soon as you're done. We could also just open this glade. And in fact, let's do that. Let's start working towards this. So I want you to come out to, like, there. Because I'd rather not have to work on a glade event through storm. Although I think our resolve is going to be fine. I think jerky's about to turn on. We're about to have pies. Coats aren't really keeping up because we're not doing anything that makes fabric, but it'll be fine. Could also, how important would it be? Actually, that's kind of good. Let's favor humans to get them to 26 so we can finish that order. And then we'll work on moving towards a district here. You come up to here. Oh, you're only at 25 now. What happened? What are you mad about? Ran out of jerky. Okay, makes sense. You are carrying your first load of grain over, hopefully. Yes. Okay, good. Extremely unlikely, and also none of these are interesting to me. Versus, we know we have a bathhouse already, and I think we can make cosmetics pretty easily, so just because that's going to be more attainable, let's go ahead and do that. Now you might think to yourself, wow, this looks like really bad for when you have to deal with living matter again this season. But no, it'll be okay. Because they're about to store an incredible amount of grain, which is going to lead to producing an incredible amount of flour, which is going to lead to producing an incredible amount of pies. And then once we have pies, everything else comes together. Also, we have 15 meat. Don't use meat for packs or provisions. I'd rather that go into pies. Ranch would go sick right now if we could find that in a blueprint pick, though. I would love to see ranch. Also, let's get some trades in before the season ends. Because I briefly forgot that was a mechanic. You guys over here are approaching doneness, and then you can come down here and grab all these roots, which will be nice, because that's also herbs. You are also approaching doneness on that brood mother, which means you can come down here. If we were going to tile our hearths, it would go right here, which I kind of like. So get rid of those two. Because then we can turn the cooperage on, shorter trip for Stonecutter's Camp, shorter trip for Trapper's Camp. Easy transit to that glade, easy transit to this forbidden glade if we decide to open it, easy transit to that dangerous glade. It'll be a nice secondary hub. And then maybe let's also get some more species housing going. Like, you've cleared that out appropriately, so let's bring you over here. We have a single coat, so we really want to avoid Cloudburst again this season. But that should be easy enough by just getting rid of a couple woodcutters. There we go. We're down to 2. And then we'll set up 2 more human houses. Harpy and Lizard Resolve is low. You'll be fine. Just don't cry about it. Find some jerky in about 30 seconds, and you're going to feel a lot differently about life, okay? I promise. Get ready to use some grain and packs of crops. Take this to 5. That's all we really need. So many idle laborers at this time of year, but I don't have like anything else you can really do right now. I mean, I could put like another one of you in here. I could put another one of you in here. All of these are fine, basically. You do not need a second person helping in there. I'll tell you this right now. And then we'll just get ready to respond to the living matter. But see, now every time we make one of these pies, we're also making 10 jerky. So we're doubling our food when we're already kind of doubling our food with this recipe. And that's good. Good and desirable. And these go faster. We could even burn sea marrow if we wanted to make them go even faster still, but I think I'd rather use it as like a fuel source. Trade route completed. I don't want to do jerky right now, not with the living matter running, but I will do a clay, I will do an oil, I will do a plant fiber. And you ran out of things to do, which means... Excuse me? Oh, because it's large, right? It's a small trapper's camp, so it can't handle a large deposit. This makes sense. Travel cost on trade routes is reduced. It's the trade game. Like, I would love to take advanced fuel. I wouldn't... Well, actually, cannibalism is probably never going to fire again. Yeah, this is just Titan Belt. And now, we go for glades. The economy is fully switched on. Our food production is in great hands. Wouldn't mind having more people. Actually, there's 2 people right now. So you can come in here because you like it, and then you can also come in here because you like it. It's nice and warm. Or are you good at this one? No, it's nice and warm. Okay. Trader Cemetery. We have plenty of resin for this. That's just 60 hostility every 60 seconds. So 5 tablets is a lot of money. But I really need a couple blueprint picks here soon. I'd rather have the blueprint picks. And here, woodcutters carry 5 more. That's kind of nice. That's a lot of Citadel artifacts, but I think I'd also rather just send that to the Citadel. You are a press. We already have a building that makes oil, and I don't care about those other 2, so you're definitely getting salvaged. Once I find people to salvage you. We have 380 wood. Here's the people that are going to salvage you. Get in there. Trade route complete. I'll trade Sea Marrow. We're not, like, even really making packs or provisions, which is why Titan Belt is going to be so nice for us. Because we haven't really focused on it at all. Just favor humans to get happy humans out of the way, finally. And then also, here's some plant fiber for you. Once we have free workers for it. Done in a minute 20, but you guys are still making pies. Okay, Happy Humans is done. It's 30 extra pie. I think that also gave us 2 humans. No, it's 2 humans with every next migrant wave. Okay. Here we need to take services buildings. We can't really put it off any longer. As badly as I would like Trapper's Camp, I'm reasonably sure that it will show up as something we can just buy from a trader. And as much as I'd like 2-star bricks, like, we gotta take a service building here. Otherwise, we are going to start to run into some severe issues with our resolve generation. And you take incense and scrolls. Who can do this for me? No, not consumption. Recipes. Incense. A brick oven can do 1-star incense. Nobody can do scrolls. Alright, so we're going to be on the lookout for buildings that can do a better job of that, for sure. Can favor harpies to get them to 15. What's your problem? You ran out of grain? Okay, fine. You can just wait for the next harvest to come in. It's okay. What do we got to trade this time? I'll trade 5 flour. That's not a tall ask. I will not trade 13 jerky. That is a tall ask. Ruins is done. Okay. Show me more services buildings. Good. So we can't get perfectly offset coverage. We already have education in the temple, so Explorer's Lodge is only brawling. We already have religion in the temple, so monastery is only leisure. We salvaged a cooperage, so we don't need to take it. Manufactory gives us pigment, which is like a step on the way towards scrolls. And we don't really do anything with our copper ore. And it's another way to make training gear. But it doubles up on packs of provisions. Is it greedy to reroll this so that we can find a building that does a better job of producing services items? I don't think it is. That's not going to be good enough. I might just take 1-star scrolls, because then we get 3-star planks out of the exchange. We do have a lot of wine. We do have a lot of wood. Yeah, I'll go for that. You can come over here in the beaver quadrant. And then what do you have for me? Big foragers camp? Yes, I will. +1 to grain production? Yes, I also will. What am I giving you for it? Like another 5 parts. I could do. Biscuits can be produced in the kiln and rain mill. Interesting. But not something I can use right now. And +1 to clay production, also like interesting, but not something I can use right now. I just want that grain. No. Trade. I just want that grain. There we go. Sorry, I briefly forgot how you press buttons. Okay. You don't need to be favored anymore. That gives us 2 harpies. With those 2 harpies, we can have them work in the harvester's camp. 42 roots. I think who the people are doesn't really matter that much anymore. So, yeah. Yeah. You're out of things to do. How is such a thing even possible? Forager's camp is out of things to do. Not quite. You can come over here and get roots. Trade routes have been completed. It's all happening. We are also flat broke. Okay, probably good enough. Oh, never mind, we have tools. We can open this. Yes, I still want to send this to the Citadel. It's not that good. Also, weren't you gonna build like a hearth or something? Hang on, no, don't overextend. Get your lumber mill set up first. Because you really want this nice efficient planks recipe to go to like 50 planks. And then you're going to want to make scrolls with wood. You're going to want to go to like 100 of those, and then you're going to ignore trade goods. Because you do that, and then you can just turn planks off in here, so they have more time to spend on other stuff. And that will be desirable for you. Oh, we can do these. I don't know where we got 20 crystallized dew, but I'll send it. And we have 17 jerky, I'll send it. Food's gonna be okay. I'm not worried about food anymore. We can already make training weapons, so sure, give me the Explorer's Ledge. Oh, this is where all of our stuff went. Duh. I forgot that I was building this. Yeah, that's fair. So if we need to, we could do incense like this. I think I'd rather just use sea marrow. Because I would rather they spend their time on pie and incense rather than coal. So if we don't use coal in the incense recipe, they'll have to make coal less often. And go to like 100. But pie is most important. If you can make pie, you should make pie. If you can't make pie, then you can find something else to do. We also have fertile soil out here. So we could set a plantation up. And then we'd have berries to make our pie. Is that our limiting reagent? No, but it's about to be. Okay. In that case, bring these out here. And just square this off so I can see where the fertile soil is. And then rebuild that field. Okay, granary seems pretty good for us right now. It turns fabric production off to make the coats more efficient in the smithy. It gives us access to pickled goods. If we could find a building that makes pottery, we have a ton of clay. And we can use berries in it. Who likes pickled goods? Like, only lizards, but there are 9 of them. Or we could take apothecary for 2-star incense and 2-star biscuits. Hang on, I like that way more. What am I thinking? That's substantially better. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm ever going to use this building. Well, maybe I do. Who knows? Okay, the economy needs to catch up. Planks specifically need to catch up so we can get this lumber mill going. Sorry, bricks need to catch up so we can get this lumber mill going. We have enough planks. Stop making planks. You, stop. Stop doing it. Can get more people in here. We have so many idle workers right now. We just gotta find more stuff for people to do. We can build a hearth yet? Yes? No? No. You don't have the bricks. We can have people work in a temple. But we only need 1 person here because we're not going to use Sacrament of the Flame because we took Firekeeper's Prayer and they just kind of like cancel each other out. So that's fine. I just want to get this going, primarily. Is that even more over there? God, there's 2 more over there. Alright, we'll do that then. If I put a hearth over here, where would it go? It would go right about there. I'm okay with that. Could also go here, but then it would be on top of the farms. So yeah, I could tile it like that. I'm down with that, honestly. I just really want to maximize the efficiency of these farms. I'll trade a tool. I'll do 26 oil, is a lot of oil. I'll do plant fiber instead. And then we should have time to do a sea marrow? Yeah, we'll have time to do 1 more sea marrow trade in there. So where's the plantation going to go? Well, first of all, where do you find a plantation? There it is. Could go like... no, beach there. I need to go here. In which case, we'd want these trees to go as well. And then the road would come down like this. And then over like this. Okay. 20 skewers, I don't want to do that. Not if I have other options, and I do have other options. Rich harvest is done. That's another 25% planting speed. Trade route completed. 9 pies. I'll trade 9 pies. We can always make more pies. Okay. What? Oh, there's owner tree that needs to come down. I see. I understand. I got you. Okay. We need to cut woodcutters this season. There's a lot of hostility going on. We can get to 3. Every villager will take a coat. They are not able to take that many coats. Which means that harpies are going to be really upset this season. And there's not really a point to sacking coal. Because they'd have to do it for the entire season. It would burn all of our coal. I'm just going to let a couple harpies leave. We're fine on impatience. Oh yeah, they're mad. Okay, get some humans in there. How bad is it if we push to 4? We don't have blight retsis in the Citadel, so actually it's not bad at all if we push to 4. Have 20 humans? How close are we to that? We have 19. We're very close to that. But I'd much rather have a market. Because market is something that we need for another one of these orders. So we need to fill need for jerky and biscuits. Jerky we make every time we make pies, so I'm not sweating that. And biscuits we can make in this apothecary. So now is the time to set an apothecary up. And honestly, it's so crowded over here, it's probably going to end up going by one of our other hearth buildings. 4 or 5 bricks. Can you guys hurry up in here? Like, not to rush you or anything, but can you get a move on? Trade route completed. I was thinking that was going to be the living matter spawn, but it's not. Trade sea marrow. Trade packs of crops. Sure, trade barrels. Just keep the money coming in. You're idle. How is such a thing possible? Wow, okay. You don't have anything to make. Well, here's 20 jerky, and 20 grain, and 20 wine. That's pretty good. That's quite good. Okay. Build farm fields over here in preparation for this plantation to come in. Also, spoilers, we will not be letting new people into our settlement this season. Newcomers arrive 15% quicker? I don't think so. Lost supplies? I don't think so. Exploration training? Don't really think so at this point, so give me a reroll. Urban planning is kind of interesting. Mostly because all these other options are bad. Like, I'm not going to take Woodcutter's Prayer in year 6 when we already have 350 wood. It doesn't matter that much. Workers' rations could be, like, kind of interesting, but we're still just kind of skating by on food. We haven't really taken off yet. Extraction tools, I don't need artifacts, so this is actually a point where urban planning, I think, is going to be really neat. Because it's going to significantly increase the capacity of these human houses. Except that it's not retroactive, so that's kind of unfortunate. RP resolve is low. It's not. Just deal with it. Okay, get this plantation in. It's very important. We need to turn berry production on. Priority that. Also, don't grow plant fiber. You're not going to need it. You get enough from the trees. And now, we should be approaching 5 bricks here soon. Just force that delivery when you're done, because I would like to get up... Oh, we can just do it now. I'd like to get my second hearth up. So those are going to come around like that. Chop that tree. Warehouse will go, like, here. Can put a series of decorations behind it. And then, I don't know, maybe on the other side we put another small building. Like some kind of species house. Like a lizard house, maybe. Now we really just want to keep all these moving. 11 boards, I'll do it. 22 clay, I'll do it. I'll do all of these. This gives me maximum trade route volume so that we can take advantage of these multiple different trading perks that we have. Because like we have a lot of people homeless right now, and I've kind of been ignoring it because we don't have a mystery that requires it, and if RPs are going to be minus 15 during the storm, it doesn't matter if they're housed or not, they're going to leave anyway. But we have an opportunity here to just get 6 free resolve by stacking up the bonuses on urban planning. So why not go for it? And I know we're over halfway through Drizzle already, but because of how ludicrously fast our planting is, I think we can actually get quite a few berries out of this season, regardless. Like, how fast are you planting over here? Yeah, you're zooming. You're carrying stuff back. We will not be taking... Like, I can't afford to take 7 people in right now. That's an insane number. Next dangerous glade, though. Probably going to be you. You come down here, you come back here. It's 2 berries in the ground, 3 berries in the ground. Trade routes. 12 flowers, sure. 3 metal, sure, whatever. And then hopefully we have time to do one more. There's 40 seconds left, so we can turn in this one, and we can do either the sea marrow or the clay. This is good. When's our next trader show up? Farlef is here in 10 seconds. Lovely. Now, as far as production goes over here, I would also like to get in on apothecary. And I'd really rather you go like here, as weird as it's gonna look. Because then you'll be closer to the warehouse. We'll be able to optimize your travel times a little better. Farlef, what you got for us here? A lot of good stuff. Barrels production, I don't really care. Rain Mill, I also don't really care. But Way of the Forest and Advanced Smithing, I want both of those. And then can we buy anything useful from you? Not really. Can we sell anything useful to you? Also not really. Alright, well, good enough. I need one of you to come back over here. Clear that space out. Might also do that Forbidden Glade if we want. But things are starting to roll along now. We've got education happening. We've got incense happening. It's not quite keeping up yet, but it'll get there. Cosmetics, I don't remember exactly where oil comes from. Well, we don't have anything that can serve cosmetics anyway right now, so... Use anything you can find for incense. Like, just whatever. Go to 100. Biscuits, eventually you're going to use berries, but for now, use anything you can find. Go to 100. 16 roots? Sure, sure. Only have 20 jerky, but we are starting to build a surplus of it, which is good to see. We will be able to harvest several berries this season, which is also going to help our pie issues out. I don't want to trade jerky if I can help it, but I can't help it. There's nothing else to do, so we trade it. Although I guess we could also like buy new trade routes or whatever. Yeah, we'll do it next time. Okay, so now we just need to wait for all this building to happen. We've queued up an entire new settlement over here, basically. Show me either... Well, manufacturing's kinda... What can we do pigment with? Could make a lot of pigment with copper. Could make... Not that many training weapons, because we haven't found good stone. And we don't need to make packs for provisions, so I'm still not super interested in that. Am I interested in Weaver? No, not really. Am I interested in re-rolling? No, not really. So, sure, give me a manufactory, and it'll probably be fine. Stonecutter's camp is done. Are you, like, done? Yeah, nothing else for you to do. Alright. 2 more free laborers. You can go chop trees down. Nah, you know what? I want you to build. We have a ton of building orders queued up. Let's just smash through them. And then maybe also like set up 2 more human houses over here. So we should be able to afford that now economically. Okay, you are going to be a lizard because it's warm and you'll like it. Can't do that. Can't do any of these, so let's buy some new roots. 15 pickled goods? No. 13 water skins? No. 25 clay? Yes. Let's see, next most important probably is warehouse, I would say. And then after the warehouse, the manufactory, but we gotta wait for some things to happen before we can do that. Specifically, you gotta get on it with planks here. Although, if I just wait on scrolls a little longer, you'll actually catch up. You're gonna use pigment on that eventually, because we're about to set up a building that makes pigment. Trade route completed. Can't do any of these, so let's expand one more time. Skewers, somehow we're like doing really well on, so I can afford to trade those. I'm pretty sure all of our jerky is going into skewers, but it's a lot more efficient to use the jerky on that. I think, anyway. Let me actually do the numbers. 5 insects makes 10 jerky, so 1 insect equals 2 jerky. 2 jerky equals 1 insect, so 3 jerky equals like 1.5 insects versus using... Yeah, okay. You actually should never use insects for skewers at all. It just does not make sense. Finish a trade route. Buy a new one. Can't do that right now. Can't do that right now. Can do that. Alright. We have a ton of idle workers. This seems like the ideal time to open a Clayton. So we've got a lot of free labor that could work on it. So let's get you involved in that process. Oh, we found 8 incense somewhere. Sure. Down to 3 hostility, and that is with almost a full complement of woodcutters, so we're actually in a really good spot, hostility-wise. I think protected trade really turned on this season. But we do still need to trim even more woodcutters. Because I'd like to avoid cloudburst. Although we do have... No, we only have 20 coats. It's not enough. What's your production limit? 50? Yeah, so we should be making more, but we're not. Harpies can work in here, and they're quite good at it, so let's do that. Trade route completed. Don't even have to worry about resolve, which is a wonderful change from previous iterations of Storm. What are my most preferable trades? 18 flowers, pretty good. 5 packs of crops is also pretty good. I'd like to do both of those. And then, yeah, we could probably do one more. Like, we're doing pretty good on grain. Grain is not our bottleneck. Our bottleneck, honestly, for pies right now might be the number of people making pies. I will... Ooh, bricks. Yeah, I'll do a brick straight. Is that true? Is this our bottleneck? No, our bottleneck is flour. So you need to speed up. But that's because you only just got the grain. I don't think there's actually a bottleneck right now. I think they're just moving along at a very nice clip. I also think I can afford to have 1 woodcutter. Okay, let's start getting this upgraded. We're at 3 of 8. We don't have any special harpy housing yet, so let's make them feel appreciated in the settlement. Let's deal with his living matter spawn. I'll take my free items. Our food doesn't look good, but I actually think our food is fine. I'm not worrying about it. But I'd rather trade barrels than skewers. But I'm not worrying about it. Just because I don't want to trade food doesn't mean that, like, I don't think we're good on it. So I don't feel like we need Safe Haven. But I think I'd rather take it over Prosperous Archaeology. Because we're probably going to have 3 hubs, possibly 4 hubs by the end of this game, and they're definitely all going to neighborhood. We've got this one, which is already done, and then we've got you, and also this one eventually that we'll get to. So it's going to be 120 negative hostility, which is good. Now, we can get people cutting wood again. When's our next trader show up? 4.5 minutes, okay. Trade route's about to finish. Here's our trade route done. 12 Sea Marrow, I'll trade that. We're approaching our next stack of urban planning, which is fun. Would really love to get the big Trapper's Camp recipe one of these days. There's 3 egg deposits that we're just not able to use right now. And now, I think we're really going to see food production take off now that this berry farm is set up. Hello. I will solve you with oil, and I will convert you. So now that that's done... Wait, what do you do again? Should I care? No, I don't need to care. That's going to be our harmony decorations. I need to build 8 more comfort decorations out here. So that we can finally upgrade this thing to district. So let's just put some parks down. We have another trade route complete. We have 2 trade routes complete. Okay. 21 coats? Sure. We'll be able to do that soon. We will not be able to do that this season, though. So we'll wait on that for just a little bit, and then we'll turn it in. This cash, probably just go into the Citadel, once we get the tools for it. And then you... We could turn you into more tools? Wait, we have 13 crystallized dew right now? You guys can use crystallized dew for tools. Like, I don't care that much. We also have a bunch of deposits in here that we can work. So you can work this clay. And then you can work these eggs. And all of a sudden, we're like out of people. Oh, and you can work this moss broccoli. Skewers, biscuits, pigment for a cookhouse. Not necessary. Biscuits, pie, pottery for a bakery. Would help. Would help a lot. Also, being able to make pottery would be kind of nice. Because we have a lot of clay. And then if we had pottery, we could do like ale and pickled goods if those show up. Although we only have 1 more blueprint pick, but... yeah, sure. Do I take in more people right now, though? Because food is precarious. I don't immediately know why food is precarious. I'm hoping that we're not limited by farm fields, but we might be. Which means we might just need to be more intelligent about where we distribute labor. Like, what if it's just 1 of you? And then it's 1 of you. And then, instead of having, like, you know, 6 people work in the lumber industry... Never mind, instead of having 3 people work in the lumber industry, we just, like, don't do that? Triple brick oven, triple butcher. Triple butcher seems a little excessive. Yeah, you're idle in here. So you can come over here and get eggs. I think this is a more sane distribution of work. And we also have 2 people occupied by this totem of denial right now anyway, so I think it'll all work out shortly. Trade this. 13 flour, yep, we're all the way back up to 50. And another 14, I'll trade that. Tools should be coming in pretty soon. Okay, what else could we be working on here? Planks, we should have more than that. We don't because we're building, but we should have more than that. Clay, I don't really know where it all went. Probably turned into bricks. Pie, we should be making more. Yeah, I think we are bigger than our economy right now. So we really need to get some production moving a bit more effectively. What does that mean in practice? Well, it means you can, like, leave. Yeah, there's a lot of people just idling right now, so let's trim back on some of that. You're not as important as you think you are. I want 2 people getting clay. I want 2 people getting moss broccoli. You're fine. I actually kind of need 2 people in here churning through flour. Okay. That's this glade event done, so we pick you up, we move you over here, you upgrade this hub. Lovely. 17 skewers, no. 8 coal, yes. 21 flour, yes. So we're about to have a lot of wheat. It'll be okay, we can afford it. And then you, yeah, you still don't really have like anything you can do. So next building to set up is the manufactory, I think. Ziadri's here. What you got? 50% of the amount of goods produced in the crude workstation. Hey, we're still using it a lot. Also, we have 100 amber, so like, why wouldn't you? And like, why wouldn't you just buy a weaver so that you can clear it out of the blueprint pool? Okay, but let's get this manufactory set up. You are going to attempt to make training gear out of stone when you can find it. You are going to make pigment out of all of this copper ore that we don't use. And you're honestly just going to do that forever, and you're not going to make packs of provisions. That's not your job. We also have a weaver that we could set up. And honestly, I just bought stuff to clear it out of the queue. I actually think, let's run the numbers. 2 to 2. Plant fiber to fabric. Over here, 6 to 3. Okay, it's still pretty bad. Yeah, we want to make a weaver. It's going to stretch our plant fiber that much further. Here's our last reputation pick. Ranch is really interesting. Greenhouse is also kind of interesting. Although I don't immediately know where the fertile soil to put a greenhouse on is going to come from. Also, we don't have drizzle water, so we'd also have to set up a rain collector for that. It's just another education building. A green brew is nice for hostility reduction, I guess. I don't know, I don't think any of these solve, like, the immediate problems that we have in this settlement. But then I don't think any building is going to solve the immediate problems we have in this settlement. I'll take a forum. I like forum. And then I'm just going to build it. Actually, I'm not going to build it. I'm going to get the weaver set up first. You're more important to me. I'm also tempted by that Forbidden Glade. I wonder if we have enough tools to handle whatever's in there. Only 10? I would like to have a couple more. Okay, we're gonna have a couple more very soon. Let's see, I'm still a little worried about food. So I'll trade some grain. You're gonna be okay. You're still harvesting a lot of grain. And then, yeah, next season, I'm getting into this Forbidden Glade. Let's see what's in there. Dying to know. You, though, I think we are just going to open as soon as we hit 14 tools, because we can use the metal in there to make more tools than we put into the cache. Deliver that when you're done with it. We used all of our seamer out. That's interesting. It's because we burned it all? No, we're still burning coal. We should be alright. You're making a lot of coal. Does that mean you're full on pie? You don't have the flour for pie. Okay. $14 clay, I'll do that. I'll do 14 clay. Oh, nobody's homeless anymore. Wow, that went fast. We went from like 16 homeless to 0 homeless. And many people are enjoying their species housing. In fact, we have a surplus of harpy housing. So that's kind of nice. We need like one more lizard house, and then we'll be able to house all of them in their special housing. I think we're just, like, we're gonna be okay. But I think we've gotten lucky to just kind of cruise by on a pretty bad economy. Like, we never really set up a good engine. We just had, like, a couple individually strong perks that were working well together. But there was no big synergy that really came together this game, which is kind of interesting. Normally, I'm a synergy guy, but, like, when you get Zelda Secret Cookbook Year 1 and then you get Protected Trade Year 3, it turns out you can do pretty much anything you want and still win. So at least we know that going forward. Just trade all of your food away, sure, whatever. We actually don't have any grain because we just traded all of it away. That surely won't come back to bite us. We're gonna open this glade, we're gonna do all the events. Given how close we are, maybe I should just send both of these to the Citadel. We're at 25 tools? No, because you're out of metal. Yeah, no, you're not out of metal. You're out of planks? No, you're at production cap. Okay, I see. I understand. Yeah, these are both going to the Citadel. I'm ready to leave. Living matter spawn. Go deal with that. We get an ancient tablet and even more fertilizer. Trade route completed. Could sell another 12 clay, sure. And then get ready to cut this open. What are the other ones we can reach? We can reach that. Can sort of reach that. Can sort of reach that. Those are the only 3 that are looking like they're very accessible. Force of Nature. I've never seen that before. Gain +1 to stormwater production for every 3 woodcutters in your settlement. Okay, I understand. Receive 10 amber for every 5 completed trade routes? Yeah, sure, I guess. To be fair, I think you'd have to be a pretty experienced against the Storm player to understand all the synergies that we have going on here in this game. I don't think it's immediately obvious how you could be successful with this particular role of RNG. When you get free trade routes, and your trade routes reduce hostility, and your houses are bigger when you trade, and you get money for trading. It's complicated, I understand. Why are you idle? You should not be idle. Oh, we didn't actually have enough tools to do that. I understand. Okay. 12 pine? The berries? Yeah. Metal, sure. Whatever. So as soon as you're done, I want this to get delivered. Go. They don't need many more tools. And then you, we need to staff up. This is actually working there. There's one glade event completed. You guys are going to carry all that back. The weaver's up, but I don't have anyone to work in the weaver. No, I do. Hang on. No, I don't. Hang on. Don't make fabric anymore. Where can I borrow a harpy from? Whatever. Who needs idle builders? Just get in there. Get in there and go to like 30 fabric. And then don't make training gear or trade goods. They don't matter. I'm so tempted to do jerky. Which one is the least jerky? Actually, we could just do pies. Yeah, do that. Because then we can make more pies, and then we can make more... Oh no, we have to make the same decision again. Okay, 17 versus 20. We'll do the 17 jerky trade route. Oh my lord. I think this is fine. Could we also put it off, though? No, probably not. This is a manufactory. We can salvage this. This is a artisan. I don't think we need that. This is a farm? No, foragers can't. We can salvage that too. What do we want to do with this, though? I mean, I guess we just do it. Where are my people at? You bring 42 mushrooms in? Alright, we might remember that in case we starve here very shortly. Come over here and do living matter. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we got the bad roll. You can come and work one of these. It gives us 20 jerky for finishing that one. That's kind of nice to see. You don't need to be there anymore. We still have 170 wood. You're fine. You're fine. Take one of you out. You can come and work in here. And then you and you can come and work in here. It should be fine. It's just we have to live for 2.5 minutes and then we're fine. We don't have any sea marrow to sack, but we'll be fine. And then as soon as we get those idle workers back, I'm going to use them to fill the spots that we abandoned. So you can go back in here. Low on food? Yeah, we're about to be. We're about to be very low on food. Good observation. Trade route completed. We cannot afford to trade anything else, probably because we're fully out of food. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this 42 mushroom trade caravan as soon as these living matter events are over. I'm not worried about that. I'd rather take this, because it actually might be enough to win us the game if the harpies can tick up to 17 before they become too racked by starvation. We'll see. Other options we have available, we could just chuck tools at this large abandoned cache. We should have enough metal after opening that other one that we could put that together. Other options? I don't know. Find a market blueprint from a trader. To favor someone, maybe. Okay, Dullahan's not going to help us. He's just loot boxes. We do have 200 amber, though. I kind of wish we could last long enough to open his stuff, but I think we're going to be off this map by the time he shows up. We'll see. 1 minute on living matter. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Keep trading. Oh, we can do something. I don't know where those training weapons came from, but sure. Every household's 5 people now. Like, I don't think urban planning is good. I do think urban planning is very fun. You just cram people into a single house. And then you never have to think about housing again. We have 20 open housing spots right now. It's like it takes off if you have a trade synergy, a trade rate synergy kind of game. It just goes crazy. Also, harpies are about to cross this threshold. Okay, 1 living matter's done. 2 living matter's done. 3 living matters done. We don't have to worry about living matter anymore. We can get people back to work. Everyone is, like, starving. But don't worry about that part. That part's fine. I don't even remember where the rest of these... Oh, we won. Okay, there we go. I don't actually know what triggered that. Oh, well. Oh, new... Hang on. There's new levels? No, we've seen that before. We've seen that before. We've definitely seen that before. This we haven't seen before. 10 amber every time you use 100 units of water and rain engines. That seems good. That seems really good. And then blight rots just grow quicker, but like whatever, just burn them. Hostility is reduced by 10 every time you use 150 units of water and range. That also seems really fun. I like both of these. That's very neat. Alright, let's go see what other new Citadel perks there are then, because it seems like they added stuff over there. Buy upgrades. What you got for me? That's not new. That's not new. That's not new. Okay, maybe they didn't actually add anything, because all of this looks pretty familiar. What do we... Well, actually, we can't even buy the 120 food tier stuff. So, resource nodes get +1 to charges. Whatever. Slower impatience is, like, always good, but it's never really going to fundamentally change how you play. Every villager gets faster, I always like. Yeah, just make every villager faster. The other thing that we need to keep in mind here when we're picking embarkation sites is we need 30, 60, 90, 114 artifacts. We only have 42. 40, 80, 110, 140, 170, 200, 224, and we're at 116. So we actually still need machinery and artifacts. We'll want to keep an eye out for that. Let's also see if there's any new deeds. Not immediately seeing any that look new. Yeah, this is all the prestige ones, and then this is all the ones we finished. Okay, so I don't think there's any new water-related deeds that we need to worry about. Then the last thing we'll check is where are we going to embark next time? We didn't get close enough to that question mark. So I really don't want to play a second Royal Woodlands game. I think we'll probably either do Scarlet Orchard or Coral Forest next time. We'll have plenty of time to get to here, and possibly also to that, and maybe to that if we're fast. So I'm leaning towards Coral Forest, but we might also do Scarlet Orchard next time. We'll wait and see. And then did any of you nerds uncover some treasure chests? We could also go here for bonus food. But, I don't know. I'm not that interested. Modifiers, Rune Settlement we've done already. Barren Lands we've done already. There's still a couple modifiers that we've never seen, but we continue to not see them on this map, which is unfortunate. But eventually we'll get those taken care of. Anyway, for now that's where I'm going to be done. I got to take care of some work for the rest of this afternoon before we launch into next week. But things are finally starting to calm down. There's a bunch of big conference deadlines that have passed. A lot of work projects that are really starting to wind down. So I think I'm going to be able to get back to a slightly more regular stream schedule here pretty soon, which will be nice. We'll truck through the end of the Smoldering Citadel, and then we'll start on the Prestige grind. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you next time. Take care.